What is it that makes a Sith Lord truly intimidating? Is it their appearance? Is it their immense powers? Or is it their dark philosophies? Maybe it's all of the above. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Illeva, and this is my top 5 most intimidating Sith Lords in Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you are new here, then make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future content. Darth Maul is a towering, armored figure who commands respect through presence alone. While his appearance is typical for a Sith, what lies beneath his mask is so corrupted by the dark side that, according to the official encyclopedia, a mere glance at Maul's face drove Moff Cersei to suicide. Cold and stripped of emotion, Maul's strength lies in his calm, rational demeanor. He doesn't waste words or threats, and his measured tone is as intimidating as his reputation. When he speaks, it's not a question of if he will act, but when. Unlike many Sith, Maul respects strength even in his enemies like the Jedi, and avoid the backstabbing and infighting that plague the Dark Council. His 40-year reign of the Council stands as proof of his power and focus. Maul is intimidating not for his rage, but for his quiet, unwavering resolve, making him a Sith that few dare to challenge. Darth Jadis is an enigmatic and reclusive figure, shrouded in mystery even among the Sith. Unlike his peers, he is not xenophobic, and he avoids power struggles and surrounds himself with non-Force sensitive agents and ordinary citizens he's uplifted into zealous followers. Jadis rules through fear and terror, yet he is eerily calm in his approach. He never raises his voice or displays emotion, even when discussing the horrors he plans to unleash on the galaxy. His complete lack of emotional outbursts only deepens the fear he inspires, making him unpredictable and unnerving. His past has been erased from the Imperial records altogether, and he even fakes his own death to achieve the ultimate secrecy. His commitment to remaining hidden is possibly his only weakness, as he will retreat rather than suffer exposure. Something I know at least some of you have threatened to make use of. His cold, detached nature and mastery of fear make him a truly intimidating force. Of course, I have to add my beloved Darth Malgus to the list. Darth Malgus is a towering, imposing Sith known for his eloquence and commanding presence, voiced by the legendary Jamie Glover. His words carry a weight that matches his unwavering determination and drive. While deeply loyal to the Empire's strength, he questions its outdated values, believing in a need for change if the Sith are to survive and thrive. His early characterization is explored in the novel Deceived and the short story The Third Lesson by Paul S. Kemp. And if you haven't read them, shame on you. We learn here that his adoptive father deeply shaped his beliefs. Malgus was taught that true power comes not from raw brutality, but from precise, calculated actions. This philosophy is central to Malgus's approach to battle and leadership, setting him apart from the more impulsive Sith. But one of the most defining moments in Malgus's life was the murder of his lover, Elena Darrow, a former Twi'lek slave. He killed her not out of rage, but because he recognized that she had become his greatest weakness, something his enemies could exploit. This cold, brutal decision exemplifies Malgus's commitment to his own strength, no matter the cost. Malgus's ambition and determination leads him to usurp the Empire, defy the Emperors or Emperor by forcibly breaking his chains and going rogue. Now free, Malgus remains a defiant and formidable force in the galaxy, unbound by anyone's control. Okay, I know I'm kinda cheating here. This is a group of Sith, not a Sith, but they are stronger together, so I will count them as one. And this is my list, so my rules. It should be obvious why the Dreadmasters are part of this list, and also equally obvious why they are so far up the list. It's in the name, the Dreadmasters. A group of 6 Sith Lords: Styrak, Bestia, Brontes, Calpheus, Raptors, and Tyrants, each immensely powerful on their own, but together they are nearly unstoppable. For centuries, they served the Sith Emperor as prophets, generals, and advisors, their influence shaping much of the Empire's strategy and vision. Their mastery of the dark side reached terrifying levels, earning them the name Dreadmasters after they harnessed the powers of the Phobos devices, an ancient artifact capable of driving even the strongest Sith insane with fear. Secluded for long periods, the Dreadmasters would emerge only when their combined strength was needed, and their battle meditation alone could devastate entire fleets, crippling enemies through sheer terror. Something you might experience if you follow the story arc for Belsavus as an Imperial player, where you have been tasked with tracking down the Dreadmasters and to free them. Fun fact, here is actually their original character design versus what we got. Tell me in the comments, did they make the right decision? When the Emperor fell, the Dreadmasters no longer had a master to serve, and they turned their immense power towards the galaxy itself, sowing fear and chaos in a bid to spread their reign of terror from their stronghold on Orokin. Together, they became one of the most fearsome forces in the galaxy, using their unique talents to command fear as a weapon unlike any other Sith. Here's another fun fact. Did you know that one of the Dreadmasters actually survives the conclusion of the Red Fortress operations? Let me know in the comments if you know who it is. But of course, what can be worse than the Dreadmasters? Before we get to the #1 spot, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. And if you like this video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. It actually helps me with the algorithm. Of course, the #1 spot has to go to the one and only, the Sith Emperor himself. Everything about this person is eerie and intimidating. Over a millennia old, incorporeal, and capable of possessing any body he likes, he sustains his unnatural long life by consuming the strength and life essence of others. Even as a little babe, cute and cuddly, he proved himself terrifying by telekinetically breaking the neck of his stepfather, torturing his mother to death for months, and subjugating the rest of the village to his will at the tender age of 6. Over the next 100 years, he killed his father, Lord Dramath. He earned the title Sith Lord Vishad, then moved on to the infamous ritual that annihilated all life on Madrias, now known as Nathema, to effectively achieve immortality. A trick he of course repeats a millennia later on the once Sith capital world, Siest. He could spend a millennium building strength and plotting total domination, using host bodies, the children of the Emperor to spread his influence, his voice to speak for him, and a whole separate life in the form of Valkorion and the Eternal Empire on Sakul in unknown space. And yes, I have a whole theory around the fact that he chose to have a family, so if you're interested, I'll leave a link to it below the like button. Throughout the game, we witness him in all three forms: Vishid, Valkorion, and Tenebrae. And honestly, it's hard to say which is the most intimidating. Each form brings its own distinct menace, but what ties them all together is the phenomenal voice work by three talented actors: Doc Bradley, Darren DePaul, and Anthony Scordi. Each actor brings a unique intensity to the character, elevating the fear and power behind every version. So, I'll leave the question to you. Which form do you find the most intimidating?
You believed you had won, that your achievements outweighed your losses, that your sacrifices meant something. Anything.
After all that I have done, all that I have enslaved, all that I have destroyed, you should have known.
You do not know the true face of power, but you will. Very soon. You will.
This was my top 5 most intimidating Sith in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Did you agree? Was there another Sith that should have made the list? I bet you have your own list of favorites, so let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I would like to thank my absolute amazing patrons for their continued support. I really do appreciate it. And if you would like to become a patron for as little as $1 a month, then links and more details can be found in the description down below. Bye!